Okay, so let's get started. So first question is, what is Ansible? Okay, so when we call Ansible, we all say Ansible is a configuration management tool. Okay, now when I talk about the configuration management tool, what type of configuration management it will do? So when I say configuration management here, it can be very broader word. So configuration management can be defined in many ways. But when we say configuration management, here we are talking about server's configuration management. Okay, so that means you want to manage the configuration for the multiple servers. So now next question you'll have in your mind what kind of what element we have, what resources, let's say what resources we have in server, one server. So anything which you see, it's a resources like a file, directory, the user group, package like apt, yum, package, services. So anything which you see in the server, it's a resources, and these resources you want to change not in one server, but thousands of server at one time, and for that we are using Ansible. That's the reason we call it Ansible. It's a configuration management tool. Why? Because using Ansible, you can manage configurations of this one in multiple servers. Are you understanding, all of you? All of you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now there are other tools also we have it Ansible compared to Ansible like Chef, Puppet, Salt and all. But in this session, in this batch, we are teaching you Ansible. Why? Because this is the most popular in this category. So now how Ansible works. Okay, how Ansible works, that we need to understand this. So in Ansible, we have human, and then we are the human, and then we send the request to Ansible control server. We call it ACS, and then ACS send the request to ARS. ARS can be multiple. Okay, so here ACS means control server, ARS means remote server. So here when we talk about ACS and ARS, ACS has to be Linux, and here ARS can be any machines, Windows and Linux. Here Ansible should be installed, here nothing should be installed, not no agent. Okay, so nothing required here. So this is something which you have. Now how this Ansible server talk to ARS. So if it is a Ansible, you have ARS Linux, then they are using SSH protocol. Okay, and if it is a Windows, then we are using WinRM protocol. Okay, so that is something which you have. When ACS talk to ARS using different protocol. So these are the protocol for Linux and Windows. Okay, so now when you install Ansible, this is the one, you get plugins, okay, you get modules, you get executable, and you get config file. Okay, so these are the utilities, you get it. So what is the plugins basically? So if you want to put plugins in a simple way, plugins is nothing but a code, okay, which add some feature to Ansible. Yeah, so that is called plugin. Plugin definition is same like always here. It's a code. It's written in Python actually most of the time, but it can be in different language also. So inbuilt code is written in Python only. By the way, Ansible is written in Python also only. So that is the thing. Now, what is this module then? So module is a code, again code, which runs on ARS. Okay, this is something a code which runs. For example, there is one code one module which is copy module, file module, package module. So these all are modules actually which will run in ARS server. That's the reason configuration management will happen. Executables is nothing but some executables like Ansible, Ansible Playbook, Ansible Vault. So these are the executable you will have it for working with Ansible. Okay. And if you want to modify the configurations for Ansible, so this is the file which you have, which you can change this. Okay. So how it works, all of you understood that? All of you? Hello? Hello? I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now next question is how to install Ansible. How do we install it? I have one box which I was using for the private previous session. So I'm going to use it this one. So here, this is a box and this is the command line I have already accessed. So restart Ubuntu machine. Okay, so Ansible is installed. C is not installed. So how do we install this Ansible? So I'll just go to enter Ansible install Ubuntu. Now you can check the initial official documents. It will help you. Here it is, Ansible installing. So Ubuntu. So these are the things you can install in Ansible. Okay. So let's do that. Update. And enter. Yes. And here. And then finally this command. Yes. Done. So now can we check this Ansible is installed or not? Ansible, enter. Now it's done. Ansible version also I want to show you. And here you see hyphen version hyphen right version, and here it is. Now this is the configuration file which I was talking about here. Okay, this is the configuration file. And these are the location of modules, and here under the user bin all the executables will be there. So you should check this Ansible star. See those are all the executable. Now the Python which you have right now is 3.10, right? And the Ansible which you got installed, which is this one, Ansible core. Understood, all of you? All of you? Hello? I'm audible? Guys, are you
Yeah,
there?
yes, Rajesh, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So now I install the Ansible here. So it depends on the platform, you can install it. Now, what to do? So yes, look at this here. We install the Ansible and we got the plugins module executable and config file. And now we need to have ARS, some different machines also, correct? So let's do one thing. Let's create two machines actually, just for the demo, or one extra machines, or one is okay. So I'll create a machines just for saving time. I'm using AWS, so it will faster stuff. ARS one. Okay, this is a 1 2 and keys, and it should be sufficient more than that. So now I got this ARS machine also. So here you see that ACS is this, ARS is here, and ACS which is here, this machine. So what I want to do from ACS, I want to deploy something on ARS, correct? So this ARS you can have a multiple, but you know what? Before deciding this one, I should test the code in the self environment. That means localhost only, ACS only. So that is what I'm trying to do. So the flow will be same thing. First test ad hoc commands, then playbook. Okay, this is something which we'll do, and then ad hoc and then playbook. So and then we have a rules. So ad hoc commands means what? Ad hoc commands means, see, if you want to do one or two activities on the remote server, so for that you're not writing a code for it. Okay, you're just getting done the use of ad hoc commands. But if you want to do a lot of changes, then you use the playbook and then rules. So I'll discuss one by one all this stuff. So what to do? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to GitHub and steal some of the existing code. So this will save a little bit of time. So let's say here Ansible, and here I'll go for some dedicated Ansible session. So here Ansible. I think this was most recently done, which is here. So I'll go for some ad hoc code. Okay, so now what is ad hoc code? So let's do that. So first thing, this is my requirement. Okay, this is my project which I'm going to do that. So what is the project? Your project name is step number 1, set up a web server. That is a project. So for this project, you want to install the web server, copy the index.html in this location, and start the web server. So for that, what I am going to do, so if you see that, I'm going to find out the module. I'm going to find out the module and its parameter. So what is the module then? So if you remember that, module is nothing but code which would run in ARS. Sorry. So in Ansible, we have thousands of modules actually, thousands of modules. Ansible module list. If you go to this, a lot of modules you'll find, huge list actually, and index, categorized, all these things are here. So it's because it's the thousands of modules, it's very difficult to find the modules for your things. So what you need to do, installing Apache server. So remember, this is a CentOS. I need to do for 1.2. So what to do? So Ansible module for installing package. but in Ubuntu, right? Yeah. And now here APT module which will help me.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.